welcome to Finextra. I'm Josie Waite and I'm here with Johan Gerber from Mastercard, and we are talking about the future of AI and risk management. Thank you for joining me, Johan.
Very welcome.
We are learning a lot about AI in payments and all other industries these days. What is the potential for financial services?
Oh, you know what, it is a very exciting time for financial services and AI. If you think about the definition of what AI does, it's getting machines and software to do certain tasks that typically requires a level of human intelligence, like reasoning, decision making, and so forth. What AI does for us, it can do those tasks far more consistently, doing with a lot more data points, and providing a very consistent outcome. So I think the application of AI in FI is just widespread. Fraud and risk management being one of them, customer interaction, different ones, dealing with account openings and how to make decisions around whether to allow people to get access to services, what level of risk is associated. So we're pretty excited. There's a wide, big opportunity out there for us.
Great. And how is Mastercard using AI?
We've been busy with AI since, I would say, early 90s in various forms. But as of 2008, we've actually really invested in AI. We've made an investment in a company out of San Francisco and really started thinking, how can AI change the way we interact with our consumers, make decisions? And what we've achieved right now is actually came to light through a product that we just launched called Decision Intelligence. If you look at the evolution of AI, it started with pattern recognition way back with the military. It went to very specific data analytics. That was basically looking at what happened in the past. And then it moved into predictive analytics, meaning using some of those past learnings, understanding what's going to happen in the future. And now we're moving from just predicting what's going to happen to saying, if I know what's going to happen, what is the right decision on this transaction from a fraud risk point of view? And that's really what we're trying to do right now, is to say, how do I move from just understanding the risk that's associated to a transaction to looking at a lot more to say, what if I get it wrong? Is there a chance that I'm going to lose this customer? Is the customer actually doing something that they typically do? And what is the right decision here? So even if my risk may seem high, the fact that you typically travel overseas and you always stay at hotels, so even though this transaction may look high risk in its own little world, given what I know about you, I will not decline. So it's really moving from just assessment of data to what is the right decision. We call that prescriptive analytics, is really where we're heading with this next in the future.
Great. And what does this ultimately mean for consumers, merchants, and issuers?
So a number of different things. So for the consumer, it's pretty easy. It's that seamless experience, right? It's the card works when it's supposed to work. It's I'm jumping into a taxi, getting to the airport, it gets approved. It's buying that cup of coffee, it gets approved. That's what it's all about. But it's also about, for consumers, for us, trust is a very important component. And we have this concept we call intelligent friction. Using AI to understand what is the right time to put some friction in a transaction that will give you as a cardholder confidence to say, somebody's got my back. Nobody can just come in and take my money because it's almost too easy. You want to be careful that it's not too easy almost for consumers. So consumers, a very seamless experience with confidence and trust that the money is safe. For merchants, the issue is profitability. They want to sell. They want to sell their goods, is getting those stuff out the door. If the consumer is happy and the seller is happy, you have a very good experience there. So the more we can do this with fewer declines, obviously the consumer or the merchants, their profitability goes up, they can sell more goods. So all in all, there's definitely benefit on both ends. Now, having said all of this, there's a big focus on the consumer experience, making sure the good transactions flow, but don't forget the underlying premise still is that we don't want to get the bad ones to go through. So there is the loss avoidance for merchants to say transactions that are bad are not going to be allowed through the transaction. So I don't have to deal with all the cost of managing that loss. I would rather prevent it up front. So there's a couple of big benefits for them in that area.
That's great. Thank you, Johan.
Very welcome.
And thank you for watching.